Choose any ATM of your convenience and stand a chance to win gold sovereigns.
Lanka Pay.
In less than 12 hours, Sri Lankans will head to polling booths to elect the country's 9th executive president. 39 candidates, the most in Sri Lankan electoral history, are contesting for the presidency in this year's election. The number of voters eligible to vote in the election is 17,140,354. The district with the highest number of registered voters is Gampaha with 1,881,129. Colombo and Kurunagala came in second and third with 1,756,351 and 1,417,226 registered voters respectively. The northern province is home to 899,268 registered voters. Polling will commence at 7 a.m. tomorrow at 13,421 polling centres across the island, and they will close at 4 p.m. The transportation of ballot boxes from counting centres to polling centres commenced this morning amid heavy security. Royal College and DS Senanayaka College are the designated counting centres for the Colombo district.
ඡන්ද මධ්‍යස්ථාන 1204ක් තියෙනවා කොළඹ දිස්ත්‍රික්කයේ සියලුම මධ්‍යස්ථාන සඳහා රාජකීය විද්‍යාලය සහ DS සේනානායක විද්‍යාලයෙන් ඡන්ද පෙට්ටි නිකුත් කිරීමේ කටයුතු අද දිනේ සිද්ධ වෙනවා.
ඡන්ද මධ්‍යස්ථාන 3421ක් සඳහා
ballot papers, ballot boxes and other supplies and election staff for the 13,421 polling centres were dispatched from the 25 district secretariats this morning. Rehearsals for the polling process will be conducted today at those centres. The assistant returning officers in charge of polling centres within each division of a district will submit reports on the status of the polling centres within their divisions to the district returning officers by this evening.
Several local and international election observer groups are monitoring this year's presidential election. Election observers from the European Union, the Commonwealth and the Asian Network for Free Elections are among the international election observer groups who will be monitoring the poll.
During the cooling period, so far we have reported 100 cases apart from the social media campaign. Social media campaign we have reported up to now 846 cases which has paid advertisement done by various candidates during this cooling period. So we as PAFREL, we are planning to deploy around 4,000 observers on elections day, 3,000 stationary observers and 180 plus mobile observers across the country to cover the entire polling station. We will be able to cover around 60% out of the total polling stations with our stationary observers as well as the mobile observers. For the counting, we have already trained and prepared to deploy around 200 counting observers. There are about 49 counting premises at this time, so we are going to deploy our observers on those areas. Additionally, we have already deployed our observers for this dispute resolution unit, including the election secretariat as well as the other assistant elections commissioners' premises in the district level.
Meanwhile, the Election Commission reminded the public on the etiquette to be followed at polling centres.
The
polls will open at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Therefore, I request that you go to your designated polling centre as early as possible, carrying only your official poll card and a valid form of identification, and cast your vote. Avoid carrying parcels and bags into the polling centre. If you did not receive your poll card yet, post offices remain open and you can collect your poll card from your local post office. Alternatively, you can visit the website of the Election Commission where you will find a QR code which upon scanning will allow you to obtain a copy of your official poll card. However, not possessing an official poll card will not prevent you from casting your vote. If you are able to produce a valid form of identification, you will definitely be permitted to cast your vote. Carrying mobile phones into polling centres is completely prohibited. Carrying a mobile phone will cause you to be barred from entering the polling centre. As I have reminded previously, congregating around polling centres is also prohibited. If the polling process at a polling centre is disrupted, we will take action to invalidate the result of such centres. If the results of a significant number of polling centres have to be invalidated in this manner, and doing so impacts the final result of the election, polling will have to be conducted once more at such centres before we can announce the final result.
මධ්‍යස්ථානවල පවත්වලා තමයි අපට සමස්ත ප්‍රතිඵලය නිකුත් කරන්න අවස්ථාව
This
තියෙන්නේ.
program is sponsored by
දැන් රුපියල් 280ට සිග්නල් ග්‍රෑම් 160ක් ලංකාවේ වාසිම මිලකට තියෙන පැක් එකක්.